Hello, so today I want to talk to you about working with insurers in the UK and how you can successfully do this with a little bit of organisation. One of my first jobs as a VA for therapists in private practice was looking after the medical insurance, invoicing and organising, client information, all that kind of stuff. So what I did is created some templates for myself so that I could successfully organize all this and keep on top of it, make sure everything was being paid, etc, etc, and those are the templates that I've created for you. In this video, I'm going to talk about who can apply to be a provider for medical insurance, what the benefits are of being a provider for UK medical insurers, and I'm going to show you all of the templates I've created for organising medical insurers so that you can see how they all work and what they do. But first of all, for those of you who don't know me, I'm Kim. I help therapists in private practice get online, get confident with admin and reduce tech overwhelm. So the first thing I want to talk to you about is who actually can apply. So I'm going to put on screen a screenshot of the criteria you will need to work with some of the UK insurers that I know about. So let's talk about why you would want to work with medical insurers in private practice. The first reason is I have seen from working as a VA with therapists that there are a higher amount of inquiries coming through insurers directly. So I will see people emailing saying, hi, I've got Bupa insurance and they have recommended you, or I found you on the Cigna register, etc. So this can be a great way of getting referrals if you're new to private practice or if you're needing a boost in inquiries. Depending on your niche, these inquiries will also be a really good fit with your practice. Again, I have seen from the back end working with therapists that the inquiries that are coming through are a really good match with who they want to work with, and that's because the providers understand who it is that you work best with. Another way you can get referrals when you work with medical insurance is through psychiatrists. So if your niche is a good fit with people who will be seeing a psychiatrist, they can actually refer to you too, knowing that you take Cigna insurance or Aviva insurance. So this is another way that you can get referrals by being a provider but not directly from the insurer themselves. Although some insurers will not pay your full fee, you will always know the fee that you are going to get from them. So you never need to talk about a lower fee agreement or anything like that with the client. As long as you're invoicing correctly, insurers are pretty good at paying you. You will need to wait a couple of weeks to get the money, but other than excess that the clients will need to pay directly to you, everything is pretty straightforward. This does take some organisation though, and that is why I've created the templates for you. So if you are watching this in real time and it is before the 14th of September 2022, you may have heard about Ferra Bundle. Tamara Howell has created Ferra Bundle and brought together over 40 amazing people who have contributed their courses, downloads and templates worth over $3,000, and you can get it for $97. So this isn't $97 per offer, it's $97 for the total amount. I've put a link to Ferra Bundle in the description below, and if you buy with my link, I am offering you a free workbook all about working with insurers, as that is what I have contributed. This workbook goes through the criteria to get signed up, how to apply, the rate they'll pay you, some information about the insurer, how to invoice, when they'll pay you, and how to request more sessions for your client. This guide goes over a number of the medical insurers that I know about and that I've worked with personally. It's really in-depth. It has links so that you can apply to be a provider for them. It tells you all the information about how you need to invoice, and I also have some treatment extension request templates for you too. Finally, I have a really handy contact info sheet so that you've got all of their phone numbers and email addresses so that you can contact all of the insurers if you have any issues. So what I want to show you today is my contribution to Ferra Bundle, which are the medical insurance templates, and I want to talk you through all of them. So let's jump into my computer and we'll go through it all. Hi there, so I have 3 templates that you will receive when you sign up for my medical insurance templates. The first template I'm going to talk you through is the private health insurance details. This is a form that you will send out to your clients when they sign up with you so that you can get all the information that you require to process all of their invoices to the medical insurance companies. So as you can see, we have a table here, and this is where the client will complete their information. So their name, their date of birth, the company, membership and policy number, things like that. So they will complete this. And there's also a place for them to confirm consent and sign the document. So the first thing you're going to want to do once you get the template is save a copy. So you're going to want to keep this as a template, and then you're going to want to update it for your practice name. So anywhere that I've got these square brackets, you are going to want to update that. So please complete the below form so that Simmons Counselling may invoice your insurer for counselling services. You can put your practice name or you can put your own name. Again, here, there's another section for you to update it with your practice name, and also in this paragraph here. So just make sure you are updating that with your own practice name or your own name. Now, there are different ways that you can send this to your client. So if you don't have Google Workspace or an e-signature platform, you can just send it to them like this. They aren't going to actually be able to put a signature here unless they upload a picture of it, but it can be done that way. Another way you can do it is by signing up to an e-signature platform like Signable, and then what you can do is upload this as a template and then add in the boxes. I have a video all about Signable, or you can just Google it on YouTube and find a video how to do that. The third way you can do this is if you have Google Workspace, you can actually copy the details and create a form and then send that out to your clients. So there are 3 different ways you can use this form, but this is the basis for you to get the information from your client. The second template I have for you is the health insurance overview sheet, and this is a place where you can keep all the information about insurers that you are a provider for. So in this top table here, we have a list of all the insurers. You will then put the provider number that they give you, so that's your provider number, and the agreed fee that they have agreed to pay you for sessions. So you can add in any additional insurers here, and you can delete the one that you are not a provider with. I then have a section for Bupa. So here is a link to the Bupa login. So this is how you can invoice your client. So if I just follow the link, it takes us to Providers Online. And here you can sign in and process your invoices. You can add your own username and password here so that you have all the information in one place. The same for Health Code. I've got the Health Code login link here, and you can put your username and password there so you have the information. Most of the insurers do accept invoices via Health Code, so it's good to have this to hand. With Health Code, you have to update your password every 3 months, so it might be a good idea just to keep a log of your old passwords and what date they expired. There's then a section for any non-Bupa or Health Code insurers, so you can add the insurer here and add an email or a link to a portal for you to send the invoice. WPA, for example, accept invoices through their own portal, so you might want to add that there. Once you have added all your information, make sure it's saved in a secure place so nobody can have your username and password. You can save the document with a password itself, so go to File, Info, Protect Document, Encrypt with a password. Here you can enter a password, so anytime you open this file, you'll have to put the password in. So make sure you keep that safe. The final and main template I have for you is your invoicing details and invoicing log. So here is where you'll keep all the information about your clients and invoicing. So on the first tab, we have the medical insurance client details. So this is going to be all of your current clients that you're working with and all of the information about them. So here we have the client's name, what day they have sessions with you usually, the insurer, the agreed fee, membership or policy number, the policy expiry date, the authorization number for the treatment with you, the number of sessions they've been authorized, and then the number of sessions used. And this will change, obviously, every time they have a session with you. You will just update this. So once Kim has a second session, you'll put 2 here. This is great as a quick overview, so you know when you need to send insurers treatment extension requests and things like that. We do also have a medical insurance client details ended tab. So what I would do, let's say Margaret has finished with you, you can just copy the information and paste it into the ended tab. You can add some notes here, like the date the client finished with you or anything like that, and then you can remove them from the current tab, which means you still have details of the client you worked with, but it's not on the main tab, clogging up space. So now I want to take you through the invoice log, and here is where you will log all of the invoices that you have processed with the insurers. So again, pretty straightforward. You've got the invoice date, the insurer, the client name, the invoice number, I'll talk about that in a moment, the date of the session, and the invoice amount. So this section here is what you're going to fill out first of all when you process an invoice. You're going to fill out the first 6 columns. Over here with the dark grey, we have 4 columns that has the remittance advice date, the date received, the amount received, and the month received. So this is what you're going to fill out once you actually receive something from the insurer. So once you get a remittance from them, you can fill in that information. Once you've actually received the money, how much it was, and what month you received it. And here you can add notes. So let's say Kate Cigna did not pay Kate's amount here, so the amount received will be 0, and then what you'd put is client owes excess invoiced directly. So you can add notes there to say that you have to invoice the client directly because they owe excess on their policy. The way I like to do invoice numbers for my clients is to use the client initials and then just add the number corresponding to the session that they've had. So if this is Kate's first session, it is going to be KN1, and you see here she's second session on the 9th of September, so her invoice number is KN2, and that's a really good way for you to be able to monitor how many sessions they've had, as well as clocking them here. So let's just say these clients here have all had a session this week, and we're going to invoice. So I'm going to log all of the invoices. So the first thing I'm going to do is going to copy all of the clients' names and paste them here. I'm also then going to copy the insurers, paste them here. I like to do the invoicing once a week. So we're going to put the invoice as the 16th of the 9th. 22. The date of session, so I can go by the session dates here. So we'll do the like that. I can also copy the fee, paste it there, and then what I'm going to do is the invoice number. So Kim has so far had 1 session, so she's now going to be on 2. Claire is also on 1 session, so she's going to be on 2, as is Stacey. Kate is on her 3rd session, and Margaret is on her 1st session. What I'll also do is update the number of sessions used, so that everything matches. I will then process those invoices either via Providers Online or Health Code or the WPA portal, or however I am processing those invoices, and that will just stay like this until I need to update it once I've received a payment or a remittance. Using this template is a really great way for you to manage what invoices have been sent and what payments have been received. You can also chase invoices if you haven't received payments for a while. Another great thing you can do using this spreadsheet is using a filter. So if you click on the headers and you click data and filter, you'll get these little drop downs here. So what you can then do is use the drop down and select what you want. So let's say you're doing your bookkeeping at the end of September and you want to know how much you received in September. You can just click on September, click OK, and then you would be able to find out how much you received in that month. So if you've processed all those invoices, you'll have a list of everything that you've received, and you'll be able to sum all the information together. And this can really help with your bookkeeping to confirm what you actually received into your bank matches the spreadsheet. So those are my medical insurance templates. I really hope you find them useful for your practice. And if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to get in contact with me. Thank you.